For now, back to you.
To modest housing, the government has been forced to cede ground on part of its implementation strategy of the 3% housing levy. According to the Principal Secretary in the State Department for Housing, Charles Hinga, there are key areas that may require amendment before implementation. And as Jimmy Mbogo now reports, there seems to have been a change of heart from the government's corner.
The ongoing public outcry over the proposed housing levy has seemingly borne fruit, with the government now admitting that there are aspects of the proposal that could be improved through amendments before adoption, contrary to the narrative just weeks ago. While appearing before the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning, the Principal Secretary in the State Department for Housing, Charles Hinga, was forced to make a case to the legislators on just why the bill should not be rejected.
About the architecture of the fund. It has issues, and part of the bill, the part of the process that we are going through, it is within this committee to make those amendments so that it is reflective.
The lawmakers further seeking clarification on why low-income earners should be forced to pay 3%, while those who make more than 83,000 shillings were only paying a mere 2,500 shillings, an equivalent of below the 3%.
Me and us, including our chairman, members of parliament, this is public participation, has a basic salary of 426. Because maximum is capped at 2,500, can you take 2,500 divided by 426,000 times 100? It means we members of parliament, wale tunasemanga ni wadosi, wana contribute 0.58868544%. The hustler who actually voted for me, who is earning basic salary of 10, is contributing 3%.
The lawmakers sought an explanation on just how low-income earners will be able to own the house, going by the 7-year plan, which in some cases, the saving will not have amounted to half of the price of the unit.
You are talked about contribution for 25 years or 30 years. Take, for example, an hustler who earns 10,000 basic salary. 3% is 300. Employer matches with 300 becomes 600. 600 times 25 times 12 months gives you 180,000. So will that guy qualify for a house which is 600?
That house, and that is true, because once you contribute the money, the fund goes into what is called pooling of money. The money is used to offtake the investor. Then we put you in a house where you continue now paying, okay? Whether it is the 1 bedroom for 5,000, 2 bedroom, 10,000, 3 bedroom, 15,000. And we give you up to 30 years. You don't have to wait for 30 years to pay, and then you own.
Hinga further called on the MPs not to reject the bill in totality, but asked them to amend the clauses that they would see as unconstitutional to avoid the matter landing back to court, noting that voluntary contribution could not work due to law collection, as was the case in the 2018-2019 proposal.
The result of having it as voluntary is that you will actually not even be able to do one project at the scale that is. Because if the smallest project we had was 5 billion shillings for 1,000 units, 1,370 units. And over how many years are those since December 2019? 3 going to 4 years. We've only collected 1.8 billion. This is less than what we are projecting we are going to collect a month.
Jimmy Mbogo, KTN News.
Now away from matters housing levy.